Yo, what's up guys, Guido here, back again with another video. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to install Gopowersports front suspension on your mini bike and how to remove the old forks. And these are available on Gopowersports.com. I will leave a link in description for them. And you can put them on basically any mini bike. I've seen them on Doodlebugs, Baja Warriors, my mini bike. It's a Monster Moto 80cc through 105. I've seen them on Coleman's. It's basically pretty universal, and I'm going to show you guys how to install it. So let's get straight into it. Now what you're going to need to do this job is obviously your front suspension. You can use gloves if you want. I'm personally not going to wear them, but if you want to, you can put gloves on. You definitely want to wear safety glasses. With anything with motors, whatever, I always recommend just wearing safety glasses. Better to be safe, you know, not sorry. And then you want to have a Phillips head screwdriver, because depending if you have the fender on here or not, you're going to have to take that off. So if you already have it off, you don't need to do this, but if you have it on there, you're going to need it. And also, if you have a headlight, you're going to need to use this Phillips head screwdriver to do this. You're going to need your 1/4 inch ratchet right here with a 10 mil socket on there, so you can go and unloosen these bolts right here. You're going to need a 1/2 inch wrench right here, so you can go and unloosen the bolts, or I'm sorry, the nuts that are holding the bolts in right there, so the bars can come off. Then you're going to need your 3/8 ratchet with your 3/4 socket on here, so you can undo the nut holding the bolt / axle in. And then you're going to need your 9/16 wrench to put it on the bolt / axle to hold that on there. And this stuff might be stuck on here really good, so you might need to use a breaker bar like this one to go and break it loose if it's on there very good. And that is all you need, so let's get into it. Now the first thing I'm going to start off doing is just by taking this little fender off. Use your Phillips head screwdriver, and it just easily just comes off just like this. And it just threads into the fork assembly. And depending if you want to keep this or not, you're going to want to save the little screw with the washer on it, so you can put it on the new forks. And this goes for the exact same, I guess you could say, procedures for the other side too. So I'm only just going to show you this side just to show basically how easy it is and just how to do it. Okay, and there you go. Just do the other side, and your little fender will come off. So now that I went and took off all the screws, the fender just simply goes and comes off. So I recommend when you put this back on to go and put blue medium strength thread locker. I never did in the beginning, but since it goes in the metal and it's kind of a high vibration area, I just recommend you put thread locker on there just so it stays on there real good. Now the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is take this light off. Now I never said you needed an Allen head like key to go and take this off, just because not everyone is going to have the same exact setup that I have with the light. But anyways, I'm not going to be showing how to take this off, but I will say it's super easy. You just, obviously once your light comes off, if you even have this on here, you just go and unscrew the same exact metal screw with the plastic washer. It's pretty easy. So now I went and took the light off and the bracket, and everything's all off. As you can see, the bracket looks pretty nasty, but that's because we had to re-weld it, because like I said, it went and broke off. But anyways, that's all off and good. Now I am going to go and take the whole wheel assembly off. Okay, so now I'm going to take the wheel off. I just have my breaker bar right here. I'm just going to use it just to demonstrate it. It probably doesn't even need to be broken loose, but I just want to demonstrate it. So also, if you do use a breaker bar and this is on there really good, you want to make sure bend with your knees to break it loose, And then also too, you want to just basically just don't bend your back because you're going to hurt your back. I'm just doing this super slowly, just trying to show you guys that, you know, if it was really stuck on here, you'd probably just want to slowly do it rather than really yanking on it and hurting yourself. But anyways, that's really loose. So now all you want to do is just go and grab your ratchet, your wrench, and just take the wheel off. Now this is super loose. What you're going to want to do is put your socket down, take the nut right here, just set it on the ground or whatever, and then you want to probably kind of try to jiggle this a little bit. Sometimes the actual bolt and axle really gets in there really good, so you want to lift it up because that is what is holding it down, the wheel. Then sometimes it gets in there really good like this, so you really don't want to use your ratchet to do this, but I'm just doing it because I don't want to go get a hammer real quick. But anyways, you want to go and hit it out just like that. This is going to pop out, and your wheel is going to drop just like that. And just so you guys don't get confused, this is the axle, this is what comes on it, this little spacer right here, that goes just like that. And there's also another spacer right here that goes on there just like that. And it's supposed to go like, sorry, trying to get it in the camera, it's supposed to go like this, obviously, with the nut at the end, but it's supposed to go like that and hold the wheel on, but since there's no wheel, it just slides around. But I just wanted to show you guys that. Not that it really matters, because Gopowersports sends their own axle slash bolt and nut assembly, whatever. So I just recommend you go ahead and use this. I don't see what the difference is between these, but yeah, basically you just want to probably go and use these ones right here. So now what I'm going to use is my socket and wrench to go and undo all these bolts and nuts holding the handlebars on right here. So let me go do that real quick. Now I went and took off everything. As you can see, the little brackets are right here, and it goes face down, or I guess face up, whatever, just like that on there, same side. I just went and put it like this so I wouldn't forget how they go and the bolts and nuts don't get mixed up. So anyways, it's pretty nice if you have like a test subject or some monkey to go and hold the handlebars, so when you undo it, it doesn't go and fall off and bust your brake line. So thankfully I had a test subject that would help me. So they helped me put this here, and then I just wrapped it with a bungee cord just in case it wanted to fall off and bust my brake line. So anyways, that's off, and I forgot to mention that you're going to need some hardware to undo this bolt that's going through the stem right here, and I couldn't measure it because that was on it, so I'm going to go ahead and get the socket and stuff and tell you guys how to do it. So now to take the whole fork assembly off, you're going to want to use your 1/4-inch ratchet with an extension. You can use the extension if you want. I just put it on there so it's not contacting the hydraulic line, and a 12mm socket on there. And then you're going to need your 5/8 wrench to go and basically just unloosen it. It's super easy and self-explanatory, but before you go and do that, you're going to want to go and take your throttle grip off and whatever brake lever and stuff you have on there. Now, I basically can't really remember what the original cable brake bolt is or what size you need for it, but you just have to basically take all that stuff off, and I'll show you guys how to do that real quick. So now how to take off your brake lever is you just want to undo those two bolts right there that are holding it on, and it's just going to slide off. And then you're going to want to feed it through your forks and then just let it dangle until you get the new ones on there. But you're going to want to take your 1/4-inch ratchet right here with your 5/16 socket, and you're just going to want to undo that real quick. Then once you go and loosen your brake lever and get that off, you're going to want to go over here and remove your throttle grip assembly, and you're just going to undo those two Allen bolts right there, and this will just slide off. And then with the kill switch, there's two little screws underneath of it that need to come off. And then all that comes off. And once all that's off, there's nothing holding the handlebars there, so they will just go and slide off. And then you can go and undo the bolt and the nut that's underneath there. So I just went and loosened it. As you can see, I just put them over there in the dirt. And basically this is all it is. It just goes in just like this. And it's just this long bolt and just the nut at the end. No washers, no nothing. This is just how it is. So what I'm going to do is just put this together piece by piece. So I'm going to put this top part right here. I'm just going to put that on here. And also I'm going to put the bottom piece right here on just like this. Just how it was from the factory. And I'm just going to run the bolts through it. And I'm just going to start with this first. Basically I already have this all set up right here. The two pieces are in here. The bolts threaded through here. And the nut is right there. So what you have to do is just go and make sure this is all tightened down. So I just went and snugged it down. I didn't tighten it that much, but you want to have it so it kind of moves a little bit so you can adjust it when you go and put the other pieces in. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get these pieces right here and basically just unscrew the bolt that they have, or the bolt right here, and just screw it on to there. And I'm going to do that with each side. And then basically this just slides up in there. You undo that, tighten it all together. Same with the other side. Super, super simple. So now I have it on here all good and the way it's supposed to go. These things are facing inwards for the inner fender to go on. It's all tightened up in here. So that's how that's supposed to go. Now what I'm basically going to go and do is just tighten all these down right here. Tighten these Allen bolts right here, and then tighten the bolt and nut on here. So this is all on there, super duper tight. This is all tight on there, and it has a nylon nut on there, so you don't need to add thread locker. And then for here, I just went and used the red thread locker, the permanent thread locker. Probably only really want to use the blue thread locker, but I went overkill because I really want this to stay on there for a good long time. Especially since this is a fork system now, so it's going to be a very high vibration area. And also same with these. They already have blue thread locker on there, but I wanted to go overboard, so I put red thread locker on there. So once that dries, this should be basically like a rock. So now what I'm going to do is just basically do the reverse. I'm going to go and get these clamps right here, and they go just like this. So the part that's kind of got the little nub slash ridge goes like up like this. And the smooth part goes down just like this. So I'm just going to go put this back on there. I'm not going to show it because I already showed you taking it off, just the reverse. And then I'm going to put the handlebars up on there and then re-tighten all of the levers and kill switch and throttle. And I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick right now. So now I have that all tightened on there really good and torqued down. Now what I'm going to do is just put the brake lever back on, the throttle, and the kill switch. Okay, so I finally got the brake lever back on there. I got the throttle and kill switch back on there, and the cables are all, I guess, routed the way they need to be. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is just put my headlight back on there, and I'm not really going to show this because obviously you guys probably don't have the same headlight set up as I do, but basically I just got to put the mounting bracket on there and then just screw it in there. So I went and got the light tightened up all on there. It's loose because I just left this part loose, the like adjustment part, because once I'm all done I'm going to set it down and then adjust the light and do that off camera. So no sense in tightening it and then having to loosen it again. So I just left that loose. But now we have to install the axle. So we're going to use the axle that they gave us. And I was wondering what the difference was, but when I put it side by side you can see that it's much longer. I'm going to see if this is going to fit. I might have to use these spacers. I'm not sure. Just by looking at this, you can see the gap for the wheel on that one and that one. But this is way thicker, so I imagine it's probably going to move it in a bit and it's going to work. So I'm going to just put it on there and then I'll show you guys. So I went and got the wheel on there. I didn't torque it down yet, but I just wanted to show you guys. I just used the included axle and spacers, and I actually didn't think it would work because it would not fit in there. But what you have to do is you really have to use your force and twist this to the side and twist this one to the side and kind of bind it in there. And then once it's bind in there, it's literally mint and basically tight as can be. So now I'm just going to go ahead and just snug this up and make sure it's torqued down good, and then I'm going to put the fender on. I'm not going to bother showing that because you guys, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just tighten it and then basically that's it. And also I already showed myself unscrewing it, so I think that's good enough. Anyways guys, I went and got it all tightened up. I have it all on there, all good. I went and readjusted my light to where it is projecting perfectly. And I never put the front fender on there because the way this is designed, you actually have to have the wheel off to put the front fender in there and the little screw holes. So I just decided to leave it off. Besides, I think it kind of looks cooler anyways with it off. So what I did is I just went and put the screws with the little plastic spacers and washer, whatever you want to call it, on there, just so dirt and stuff doesn't get in there, just in case I ever want to put it back on there. But yeah, that's done. Basically done for this install, guys. So if you really enjoyed the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Also, drop a comment down below. If you have any questions, guys, please comment. Even if this video is like 9 years old, guys, I promise I will literally respond to anyone's comments, because I literally always hate being, like, I guess, hanging loose or whatever and not like know an answer to something. So guys, I will always respond. And with that said, make sure you guys subscribe and like. We are on the road to 350 subscribers now, guys. That's crazy. And I just want to say thank you to everyone. And knowing you guys, I know you want to see a slow-mo of the shocks compressing so you can see the squishiness in it. So there's going to be a clip right after this one. So like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, like and subscribe. Peace.